Okay. Can one of you please click the button when it's continuing, because it doesn't do that automatically. Yeah. So isn't it beautiful, our Earth? It's just a nice satellite from shot from a satellite from, I don't know how far it is, but yeah. So we are. I'm looking more at Earth from space in the topic of disaster management. And there we have a little program, a United Nations program. And maybe we can go on. Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah, but wait, there's something continuing. Yeah, there's something going on Earth. So Earth isn't just always nice and pretty like it is, like it was shown on the image before. There's actually something really severe going on. A big hurricane that was Katrina some few years ago, and we all know those pictures. How New Orleans got flooded, and Mississippi was really flooding the whole area. So where can space then actually help in our work to make disasters not that effective on population, on affected population? It's, well, we already had seen it, that we need some kind of satellites up there. That, for example, is the NASA, one of the NASA GOES, which is on a geostationary orbit. And it's just going to be prepared to have a nice view on Earth, to have a good view on Earth. And actually that kind of shot we will get every 30 minutes from Earth, so it's very, very easy to find find hurricanes building up or other severe storms and tracking their way towards Earth. So those are some other satellites with different capabilities. On the lower part, the SpaceUpEU, which was launched by NASA, I think 2 years ago or 1 year ago, I'm not completely sure. And then we have more the radar satellite, and then again a very high resolution optical satellite to view different things on Earth. So Digital Globe, for example, is being used by Google Earth. They have a lot of, well, Google bought a lot of Digital Globe data for them to be used on Google Earth. Yeah, and then that's another nice shot of the capabilities of SpaceUpEU, which yeah, just shows the new blue marble compared to the first blue marble shot, and it's just fascinating how detailed this is. So our work is then, whenever there is a disaster going on Earth, for example here 3 weeks ago, a big earthquake in China. Some of you might have noticed that, but it wasn't really that active in the news. And so we start at UN Spider, then picking up all that information, getting in touch with space agencies to see whether it's possible to get a shot of the affected area with either of the satellites of those space agencies. And there is an international consortium, the International Charter of Space and Major Disasters, which provides a lot of satellites for humanitarian events. And so they're going to test satellites, and now for the example in China, we got 3 satellites being tasked. One from Digital Globe on the bottom, so in the visible color full area, then infrared on the upper pictures. That was done jointly by by the Indian Space Agency and various others. So that's another example of the SOMI and PP then. What is a good product just to see the Russian wildfires, which were striking the area last year. And so that's another example of where space technology can help with a TerraSAR-X satellite shot of the embankment breach in Nepal in 2008, where all the area got flooded, or another very prominent example where remote sensing helps a lot in seeing what the earthquake and tsunami did to Fukushima nuclear power plant. Yeah, and then also in 2004, when the devastating tsunami struck many Pacific countries. So, for example, here Thailand with a before and after shot. And then it's very important to have recent data before the disaster, maybe only a year before, maybe only a couple of months before, to be able to see what did actually change. And here, and that's a refugee camp in the Sahel zone, no, not Sahel zone, at the Horn of Africa, where we had a big famine in 2011, and hundreds of thousands of people were fleeing from the famine. And the other extreme is a flooding situation last year in Pakistan, where hundreds of kilometers, square kilometers got flooded in a central situation which affects really millions of people. Then here, the last example where space technology can help was the big earthquake in Haiti 2 years ago. And here we have two TerraSAR-X shots where to see how Earth actually moved. So we have one shot. There was one shot in 2009 and then one shot in 2010, and then they were compared, and that's what actually then the result. So the red areas there, Earth changed a lot, so moved a lot on the earthquake, and then the green areas weren't that affected, with little arrows there in the image, just to see which areas would be the most affected. So, thank you.
Can you put on the lights in the room, please?